they're two separate and independent sources, but it's really the same source. And then the judges are going to take it that it was verified and corroborated. You're going to put an asterisk at the end of the application that says, well, it might have a slight political taint to it, but you knew that Hillary Clinton bought and paid for it. You knew it all. And it's the hardest warrant to get. Now, if I were to tell you to do that to a judge, to lie to a judge, and purposely omit crucial information to a judge, let me tell you something. I would be giving you bad advice. This all happened too. I'm trying to put together here, and I know it's been slow for some of you. And back to my challenge that I have every day. Some of you know every detail of this, and you could call the show, and you could walk along with me the layers of the onion that we peel together. That's what investigative reporting is about. And while the media's tried to pull you in one direction, Russia, stormy, in another direction. They've not focused on this. And this is the irony when they're so upset. Hannity appears to encourage obstruction of justice in the Mueller case. Hannity urging Russia witnesses destroy evidence live on the Fox News channel. Hannity delete all your emails, acid wash your hard drives, suggesting Mueller probe witnesses destroy your evidence. Hannity bash your phone into pieces. Hannity tells witnesses in Mueller probe. Sean Hannity's advice to Mueller witnesses: bash your phones with a hammer. Okay, that never happened. And I can't believe that they're more outraged over the fact, a simple fact, that I'm obviously. Woo! I said if. I said don't, it's bad advice. I said, you know, this is, jokingly, I don't know what else I can do. But you could get so outraged over that and then not be outraged that Hillary did it all. Everything that I said about FISA judges happened. Everything that we've learned about McCabe, Comey, Nellie, Bruce, Orr, Strzok, Page, Loretta Lynch, and the stuff we're learning about, you know, James Clapper. You know, was on, whose show was he? It was on Hugh Hewitt today. How come James Clapper went on Hugh Hewitt and won't come on our show? And by the way, Hugh Hewitt is a great guy. And Hugh Hewitt is a wonderful human being. I like all those Salem guys. They're all good guys. And, well, one hates me, but the rest of them are good. I don't understand the stupid competitive thing among people. You know what? This isn't a zero-sum game. We can all be... My success or failure is not contingent on somebody else's success or failure. And there are some people that I actually think do great work, but hate me. I'm like, okay, whatever. My ego's not involved in this. I love my country too much. This is too important. James Clapper said, well, salacious parts of the Steele dossier were never validated. Then how was the bulk of the dossier, Mr. Clapper, used in the application for the FISA warrants and the subsequent applications? And then he said, I don't know who financed this. I didn't know who financed the Steele dossier until after it left government. That's convenient. You're the director of national intelligence. You knew a FISA warrant was based on it. You better know who paid for it. James Clark, Christopher Steele was considered a credible source. You fired the FBI fired the guy. How credible can you be if you're fired? At no time while at the DNI did I see unmasking abuse. From December 5th, 2016 to the inauguration, and really, I'm going to play this later, but I don't have time now. How does Samantha Power, a UN ambassador, how did she unmask a person a day? How did that happen? How did we have, this was also part of our reporting, there's so much we got to get back to. You know, about unmasking, about surveillance, about all of these things. about Uranium One, the Clinton Foundation. You know, there is an ongoing investigation in Arkansas, FBI field agents and the Clinton Foundation. That's still going on. What do you mean you didn't see unmasking? What does he mean by that? Then he went on to say, yeah, I unmasked a lot of people in my life, and you know what Clapper's not doing? He's not taking my advice that I gave to Comey. Mr. Clapper, you have the right to remain silent. If I was you, I'd shut up. And the same thing, I told Comey I wouldn't come out with that book. James Comey is in massive legal jeopardy. If he would have listened to me, he would have been a lot better off. And he is now. But why would he listen to dopey radio host, TV host? He said, I don't know how Samantha Powers was unmasking, how the unmasking power was usurped. I made unmasking requests every couple of weeks. You know what unmasking is? Unmasking is, we have a Constitution. In our Constitution, we have a Fourth Amendment. Fourth Amendment protects you, the American people, against unreasonable search and seizure. That's why you have to show probable cause to get a warrant. And we have checks and balances. And judges weigh in. And FISA courts in particular are secret. Because if you're going to unmask somebody, you're going to surveil an American citizen, you got to have a good reason. And the only reason we've had that in place is since 9/11 was because we want to be able to surveil people if there's enough evidence, probable cause to think that they might be involved in efforts to undermine the safety and security of the American people. Those are the reasons. Now, Comey and company had the option in the spring of 2016 to go to Donald Trump, candidate Trump, and say, Mr. Trump, just so you know, this guy who to this day he never met, Carter Page, is going to Russia. And Carter Page is giving a commencement exercise, a speech there of some kind. And he's been there before, and we've actually used him as a source. In other words, he's gone on foreign trips for business, and he's come back, and we have debriefed him. Our intelligence services have used Carter Page. I think Donald Trump would say, oh, wow, I'm going to keep an eye on that guy. That's what Donald Trump's reaction would have been. No, they never did that. So with all of these things happening, and the media not covering it all, and it's now unfolding, now we're having a fight to get to the evidence. But anyway, back to your Fourth Amendment right. That's why the FISA law specifically mandates that you have verified, corroborated information if you're going to present it in a FISA application or a FISA judge. Well, Rod Rosenstein signed off on the fourth warrant because it had to be renewed every 90 days. And by that time, everybody knew the bulk of information was as the Grassley-Graham memo said, was the dossier put together by Christopher Steele. So now we've got Congress trying to do their job constitutionally. They have a duty, a moral constitutional duty of oversight. We have checks and balances, co-equal branches of the government. You learn this all in kindergarten, for crying out loud. Unless you went to a public school, the odds are you probably didn't learn it at all, ever, and this is all new material to you. Kidding, joking. It's a joke. Sorry, I'm just saying. A lot of schools suck. That's all. I'm sorry.
They do.
Really suck.
They do.
Anyway, the Department of Justice was supposed to hand this stuff over to more. We've been waiting a year. And then they had a big fight. And they promised to release it this morning, and they didn't. Now they're saying they're going to do it next week. That's why the Inspector General was never a good idea. Can't have a grand jury, can't subpoena. I know in the case of Andrew McCabe, we got the IG report, then we got the criminal referral. Why don't we get the special counsel that has the right to subpoena? Do you see the danger to our country here? Do you see the danger to our rule of law? As Hillary, one system of laws. Hillary has, we don't have equal justice under the law, equal application under the law. We don't have a constitution if you spy on one campaign and not another. We don't have a country if the deep state takes the powerful tools of intelligence to spy on presidential campaigns,